Jolly good morning to you. Monday morning, start of a new tournament week. Hope you're all well. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are. Slickshot Steve first in. Thank you for the good luck, sir. Steve Pison, nice to see you. Flip, welcome, thank you. Hey Kat, how we doing? Show us how it's done. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. GC Faze, good morning to you, sir. And there's Lee. Morning, Lee. So, I've got a coffee, a fully charged vape, and the beginnings of some notes with some wins on at least. So, we'll see what we can put together. What account is it? Right, this one. So, hole one will be going, I think, with a berserker. Try and get to the green. Thor's. Actually, we might need the APOC. Try the Thors. Right, let's get a bracket and we can get started. So, I have every expectation that we'll end up forfeiting out of these, so we'll probably rattle through them fairly fast. We'll try and do at least two, maybe three. One of the lower level ones possibly in expert. I am keeping the main back for a potential run at Masters, but let's see. Morning Barry, nice to see you. Hey Jason, how we doing? Back to normal, yes. Christmas is done, New Year is finished, back to normal routine. So, Berserker and either a Thor's or an APOC. But before we get too hasty, let's get a trusted wind app up. Right, and where's the notes? 15% here. Off we go. Right, I need to change these notes because I can't see the screen. Right. I need more screen real estate. Or two laptops, one of the two. But I think we're set for now, so let's have a crack at this. 8-3 at max. This is why the APOC might be better for the extra landing distance. Actually, let's just do this. All the right, and we'll go. Try 6. It's about 3.5. We'll overpower. Oh dear God. That's just not nice at all. Let's see. Horrible adjustment down the cliff. It's probably thrown it right off. So maybe Berserker isn't the play. Maybe Kingmaker's. Well, maybe Titan. What was that? 11-4 with that. So it'd have been about. What would it have been? 11-4 would have been about 9-5. So maybe we would have only had 6-6 rings to pull on the Titan, but would have had to use overpower. So, not good, but there we are. It is what it is. It's Monday. Yeah, 1K to 2K was rapid, Steve. I think shooting 19 under on that expert qualifying round helped. That seemed to boost the numbers somewhat, which a 19 under will tend to do. So, yeah, fantastic. Most grateful. You've had 4 drops on your baby account, very scoreable nicely. So all's not lost from this sand. This is Just look at that funnel. So, as with all things like this, I'll go about a ring, see what it looks like. Yeah, that'll do. So you can get it from the sand. It's not the hardest bunker shot in the world, to be honest. So, but we'd like to drive to the green. In fact, you could probably get this in the hole at a push. So expectations will change throughout the week, no doubt. Go for Masters. Yeah, well, I've watched Tommy's playthrough early, and I've seen the wins. You can't reach the green on one, even with an APOC 8 by the looks of it. So that's good for me, because I've only got an APOC 5. I think hole 9 I might struggle a wee bit, but I think I'm going to give it a go. Maybe later on today, maybe on stream. Let's share the pain together. All of us can have a good laugh. As I make my way through Masters for the first time. Never played off the third tee, so that in itself will be interesting. Posty, morning to you, Stu. Nice to see you, sir. Thank you for the good luck, brother. BB, nice to see you. Thank you for the good luck too. Rishab finally made it to a stream. There we are. Sorry you couldn't be here last night, but nice to see you today, sir. Nice to see you. And who is this? Master Fenzel. Welcome to Claymore, sir. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah, it's weird how you've got to be on PC. iOS sucks. Doesn't offer you the membership function. Android does, but not iOS for some reason. But thank you very much indeed, Fenzi. Much appreciated. Can you make the second island in fairway in Masters? I think Tommy blasted an APOC 8 and the best ball for the situation. I can't remember what it was, and he basically rough bumped the first fairway from memory. So I think he said he wouldn't be going for it, but I don't know. His opponent played to the right, which left quite a tasty looking rough bump. So maybe try that way if I go for it, we'll see. Wesley, morning to you, sir. Thank you for the good luck. Nice to see you, nice to see you. Shabba dabba doo, welcome. Good luck with the hack, thank you. Right, hole 2. What are we doing hole 2? Need some notes. What is hole 2? Alright, okay. So it will be that, and it'll be a kingmaker. So, first par 5. Most reachable in 2. Quite a kind wind for this, I think. Tail and cross, left to right. So we should be able to knock this one to the fairway quite easily, he says. Famous last words. Right, 7, 6, 5 rings. So I'm going to stick with the Thors where I can. Don't need to go wild on the topspin here. Just want to get it across really, because it's easy to run out into this. Very easy. So 5 rings. Use a smidge of left curl. And see how it does us. Peter Billingham, welcome, sir. Lovely to see you, as always. So you could push the topspin a bit more, but it's going to be a sniper from there. Bit of a funky landing spot on the second shot here, but let's see what it looks like. Oh dear, so is everyone back to work then? Horrible, isn't it? That'll be me next Monday on the train to London, I'd imagine. Seems like we were just breaking up for Christmas and now everyone's going back. Always the way. There he is, the barman has arrived. Seth, welcome to you. So that's the risk. You don't want to go. You don't want to go over there. If you don't have as fantastic a driver, then consider a sort of more topspin basically. So what's this, max? I'd like to play this with no spin. Try 15. 10.5. Might end up needing a touch of backspin, but we'll see. See how no spin looks. And go from there. No spin looks alright. Ah, you sick pervert, you. So we've saved our opponent. We've saved our opponent. Right-o, nice to see you, sir. Good morning to you, and welcome along. Time off is never enough, BB. You're absolutely right. I'll have had the best part of a month off, and I still don't want to go back. So, yeah. Mainly because it robs me of the chance to do this. So we might have to qualify this. Ugh, we'll see. Well, we'll see, shall we ever do. It may still be. I've had many a hack that's contained in Albatross, but probably the start you're looking for, though. 500 through 2. We'll take it. Right, first par 3. There is a rough bump, I think, but I'm going to play straight forward with a sniper and a kingmaker. And 20%. Max number. No worries, Seth. I'll look for you after the stream, sir. We'll sort that out. So yeah, to anyone that won a prize, I've not paid anybody yet. Ian will be paying Mossy because he never sent his donation in. So Ian will take care of Mossy, and the other 9 I'll be taking care of today. Probably straight after this stream. I've got quite a few people's details already, so that's good. Elevation, I think I went 15% cat. 15% max. I played 10.5, so whatever the wind was, I can go back and have a look. It's not because it is 15%. It's just for the wind push, really. I think it maybe plays 5 or 10 in terms of true elevation. But it's nice to dial in a no spin shot if you can. Right, so I'm going to use all the backspin and all of the. Actually, it's not going to be a maxi, this, is it? So this is a bit of a. As you pull this towards you, look at the ball guide. Flattens right out, but it is going to be headwind, so. Go right edge. This could have well be short, and we'll go. Should we go mid? Which would be 8-4. 8-4. We'll try. Just to get an idea. So we didn't quite hit the landing spot. Needed more adjustment. Maybe it is max plus 20 then, despite not being max. Maybe we'll try max next time. But not horrible. So we'll not forfeit yet. We'll see what this looks like after a few more holes. On Thule, the ball guide was left centre. That's what I was aiming for. It's not at the hole though, because I was using no spin, so it was definitely short of the hole. I believe. But you should be able to rewind. I've set the DVR thing, whatever it is, so you should be able to nip back and have a look if you want to. Cy Gray, good morning to you, sir. Thank you for the good luck. for coming. So no dice on hole number 3. Shay, Lehman, Terry and Jerry. What a trio to arrive. Welcome to you all. What's the tournament wind on this? It's last par 3, isn't it? It's a crosswind in the tournament, so that's of no interest to us. Right, 4. I'll try the rough bump on 4 with a grizzly. I think we want the Thors, but let's just change both bags in case we change our mind. And we'll go with the Kingmaker. Hey Roger, nice to see you. Oh, my pleasure. Nothing gives me more pleasure than streaming Golf Clash. Seth, we couldn't get into PayPal last night. Might need a Google Play card if you can. No rush on it. Enjoy doing it. Oh, that's fine. We'll sort something out, Seth, one way or t'other. Yeah, I'll get in touch with you afterwards and we'll figure it out. Relieved to hear it's raining over there, Terry. That made my day this morning when you told me that. Hopefully that helps the situation. Sure it will. Right, so we're going to go left side with 10%. At least that's the plan. It can go this way as well, of course, but I think if we'd had anything resembling a tailwind, I would have gone right. But if you go right, as many of you will know, this area here, up by the green's horrible to land on. It's got bumps and undulations and hard to find a consistent spot. So we'll try this rough bump. A bobble ball. Very nice. I think it plays plus 10 either way this drive, but that's a decent shot to there. If that's your thing. 8, 6, 5, 7. We'll try the Thors. I would like to get up there actually, so try somewhere in there. 5, 7. So you don't want to be doing this, you do not want to be setting up into overpower when there's no need. Shall have to remember that for next time. So that was plenty writing, about 3 or 4 top was it? Maybe 5. Have to check afterwards and see what we did. So we should have a rough bump from there. I'm not sure on the elevation of the rough bump, to be honest. It is over water, which usually incurs a 10% charge, but we'll see. So if you are going to play to the right like he has, then just wiggle that target round till you find a relatively flat spot. Would be the advice. Excuse me. Tommy's not say 10%. Oh, he's in. Well played. Have to watch that back and see what he did. 10%. Right, we'll go 10%. 8-1. Try mid. Might end up being 1-1 this. Eight, 4. I'm going to come back a bit. About half a ring back. And a great right. Ah, you sick puppy, you. So the great right wasn't intentional, but probably not a bad adjustment, not far off. Mid plus 10 and then back half a ring or so. 1-1, I think. Yeah, could be 1-1 with a grizzly level 8 there. I might play this just for the crack. Pure filth. Oh dear. I don't think we'll get a chance to play this now. I think you'll be forfeiting. What's that about? Mid. Ah, you little tinker. You little tinker. Right. Yeah, nice start, Tom. Thank you. Cheers, Terry. Thank you, Kat. Sai. Everybody. Right, so 5 is, what is 5? Par 3. Which is, what was this? Oh, it's the big downhill one, isn't it? So, I think Tommy made this on stream with a plus 40. So if it's good enough for Tommy, it's good enough for us. I think he went about 4 back, 4 left, something like that. Landon just past the bunker, I believe. So let's see if we can do something similar. And we're first. 7-6. It is mid though, so 9-7. Something like that, I think it was. Right, what do we say? 9-7. How's your luck? Not to the hero angle. Not this time. Maybe start further to the right with more left spin. Takes away any risk of adjusting to that sand then as well. But the plus 40 mid seems good. wouldn't recommend this kind of shot. I think you're going to be very lucky to hold this. This is more of a take your safe birdie approach. Thank you, Terry. Top moderating as always, sir. I often forget, so the reminders are worth having. So yeah, I think I'd like to start further right with a bit more left spin. So we'll stick with 4.5 back. We might try 6 left. See what that looks like. So we'll have to decide. I think we'll probably have to qualify now. It's probably too late to start forfeiting, I would imagine. So what have we had? 3 drops. 3? 2? 3? 3? One of them lucky. And I don't know if we'll be calling hole 1 a drop, to be honest, because I think that's going to be a must make. So I think your par is going to be at least 13 under. We shall see. Right, what we're doing on 6, Thors and Goliath. That is tournament wind almost, I think. Let's have a look at this then. Just to see what it's like. So you can rough bump from either side on this hole, there or there. Or you can do what he's doing, he or she. Watch out for the cliffs. This one's a pain in the arse to adjust against, and you can come off the edge of this one, so not the easiest adjustment, this, in the wind we have for the tournament. Well, I suppose you could play the left side rough bump, and then you'd be adjusting from here to here. So that's a common sight on this hole. So we'll try a wee rough bump. 4-8 is mid. So the usual spot's somewhere up here. I think convention is to play it at 0% if you're playing up to that high part. It is hard to judge the bounce in though, off either side. Not an easy par 3 this. I think for the actual tournament hole we're going to try something like what Tommy did, which is a QB from the bottom, I believe. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Cat. Play on the left side, lots of right spin. Should make the adjustment easier, that's for sure. Right. Yeah, we'll have to play this one through now. 6. The big par 5. So we're going to set up for a rough bump, hopefully. So 10% drive. With whatever driver you fancy, really. I think I'm going to try a Thors. We've got a left to right crosswind with a touch of tail here, I think. Touch of tailwind. Well, this might be one of those holes where that crosswind moves from or deviates from tail to head, depending on your luck. Have to keep an eye on that. A lot of people say it has no effect, Cat, I think, because you're straight on the ground, but don't know, good question. Not much if any, I wouldn't have thought. Right, so that's definitely cross with tail he's got. There is a hook here. I think I played the hook last time. Big sweeping hook round this way, landing here, and then rolling through onto this fairway. But to be honest, for the risk of landing in the rough, I mean, you still make it from that rough, but I think last time I decided it wasn't worth it in the end. Oh, I've only got this on top chat. Am I missing loads of people? Oh, I don't know why this defaults to top chat instead of live chat. Hey Ricardo, there you are. Nice to see you. Thank you for the good luck, sir. So if I've missed anybody's comment because I wasn't on live chat, I do apologise. Oops, mate. 8-7. So we want to great proof this. So what's that? All right, let's say 4.5, shall we? Need a touch of curl. Not a lot. Not a lot because we've got a lot of side spin on. So this will definitely be a hole where you want to try and drive to the same distance each time to make that second shot consistent. 358. Let's write that down. And see what that leaves us. One of your favourites from Tour 10, this one, Tom, is it? Very good. We'll be looking at you for the perfect adjustments then, sir. Hey Robert, how are we doing? Nice to see you. So, oh, did we switch? I think I've got the Grizzly on. Or have I? What a tool. Don't know if this will reach. Well, at least we'll find out together. Yeah, as suspected. But we've got some tailwind, so 5 rings of overpower. 9 rings. So schoolboy defendant. Try and claim back 5 rings. Might be alright actually. No, I wouldn't recommend that unless you're absolutely certain you're going to get the drive further down than I did. A Goliath is what I wanted there. Or even a B52, if you don't mind adjusting 17 rings. Antubanyu, GC, what's up? Good luck. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. Nice to see you. Hey, Terry. Oh, every time I say that, this damn phone thinks I'm talking to it. Shut up. Stupid city. No, my pleasure. Hope you enjoyed it. I had a good time, so I hope you all did. It's nice giving money away and playing friendlies. So that's a shame that we didn't have the Goliath on. Always check your bags, is the advice. Or once you know what you're going to use, make sure you've got your bags set up accordingly so you don't have to chop and change clubs. Makes life easier. Seems okay to me, Robert. We'll play this if we get tournament wind. This is tournament wind, so let's give this another crack with the revised adjustment further to the right. Try that, Si. Be amazing if it could do that. Saying that, there must be a coffee machine that listens to you talk to it now. I'm sure Amazon will be selling one soon. Also from Indonesia, there we go. 2 of you in paradise. Right, 8-3 will give us 10-6. So we were about here, but let's try further over. Let's try all of it. Try there. 10-6, you say. It's about there. Why don't you just forfeit immediately if you're going to do that? That's just bloody annoying. Tosser. Never mind. Would have liked to see that as well. But not to worry. Right, hole 7 is... Now I like this hole in tour play. But what wind have we got? A bit of a right to lefty wind, so I think we will bring out the apoc here for the curl. And 10%. We should be in thorn range, so we can leave the grizzly on. And see what happens. Jay Dirt, just found me, lead the way. Welcome, sir. Nice to have you here, Jay. Lots of new names lately, which is fantastic. Chris lurking and taking notes. No bother, sir. Morning, Nick. How are we? You've still got to put the water in, right? So, not that clever then. It is annoying, Shay. It's just damn inconsiderate, is what it is. I normally wouldn't care, but when you get tournament win like that, it's useful to have another free shot at it. But never mind. Right, so what's the plan? All I've written down is apoc and kingmaker, usual shot. So, what is the usual shot? 8-6. Could have sworn we switched to that bag already. Don't want to go mad on the topspin, really. Let's try 3. See what that does us. So I want to land about there. That's 2 rings of overpower. So we'll go this 6-7. And take them back. Not sure about all the curl, but we'll find out. Yeah, didn't... quite close to that rough. Maybe don't need all the curl. 370, so let's write that down. This is how you build adjustments. You write down yardages. You take your second shot, which will be a bit potluck this time because we don't really know what we're doing yet. And then you tweak from there. And then you tell your friends what you did, and they can try something slightly different and tell you what they did. And between you, by the time opening rolls round, you'll have them all dialed. And if you can't be bothered doing it yourself, check out the Moist Rainbows Expert Facebook page. We'll have some assistance from the gents there. Right, Thorn, 0%, 7-6. So that's min. So just past the fringe will be about mid, just past mid. Don't like using this much backspin, so let's bring it back. Right edge. So probably just less than mid now. We'll try mid 0 and see what happens. Give us a basis to work from. So, too hot and missing right, so it wasn't that much. It was probably 3.176. Maybe 40%. Let's write that down, 40% Thor. Oh no, it was me. I called the opponent a tosser. I think that's what Robert's saying. Yeah, I'm sure Fenzi will be doing... Well, I don't know actually. He was here. I don't know if he'll still be here. He's a busy man on tournament weeks, but I'm not sure what pro stuff Fenzi's doing this week, because I know he's going to try Masters. He's obviously involved in the expert stuff, so let's see. Right, it is going to be a quarterback. A quarterback it is, and a kingmaker. Play min plus 10. Quarterback kingmaker min plus 10. I think he was just wanting to not qualify, but without giving me a free birdie. I'm not quite sure, to be honest, what he was doing, but let him get on with it. Crackerjack. Drew, welcome to you. Right on the cusp of morning and afternoon for me, so literally about to strike noon. But I believe it's morning for you where you are, sir. So good morning to you. Henry Hall, welcome to you, friend. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. 8 PM in Bali. The sun will have set then, will it, Cat? Cocktails on the veranda. Very nice. Well gel, well gel. Hey Zach, how you doing? So there's the rough bump. I didn't see what he did, but that's going to come all the way back down. And that's the danger. Some holes you have to decide whether it's worth risking. I mean, he'll make it from there. It's not really a danger, but if you're going to use that ball, I think you need to be closer. So we're doing min 7-4. So do what Tommy did, because it seemed to work well. So red ring by, rough and bunker. All the right and about half a bar backspin. Maybe 1 bar. No, try half. No, we'll try 1. And then 7-4. So 1 to 1 minus 1. In this wind, it won't always be that, but it is in this wind. And a great left. So I'd say that's too much backspin, even though we hit a great left. So it probably feels like it needs about 0.7 backspin. Half wasn't enough and 1 was too much, so I'll try 0.7 next time. I think. I'm from Scotland originally, from Edinburgh, Zach, but now live in the northeast of England, near a place called Darlington, which is near a place called Newcastle, which most people tend to know Newcastle. One of the party hotspots of the UK. So he's got his birdie. Safely in. But I'm keen to maybe try the shot Cat was talking about earlier, the rough bump from the left side. We'll maybe try that on the next account, just to see what it looks like. Because that's what Mondays are for. All about testing stuff out. Seeing what you can and can't get away with. Away the lads, there we are. Not having a very good run just now though. I think we've lost 4 out of the last 5. So that's not tournament wind. Good luck to Edward. Yeah, we've definitely done rough bumps from both sides there, Terry. I think the trouble with the right side in this wind in Expert is that you might pull over the cliff unless you use a wind ball. Yeah, just like Kat said. Safe option might be a max. Is max with rocket and backspin? Yeah. If you just want a safe birdie, that would definitely get you up there, for sure. Lots of ways to play that, but if you're trying to dial in the hole in one, you need to start somewhere. And I think that shot Tommy played, which is what I played there, that might be the way. But as I say, I don't think you need a whole bar of backspin, but you need more than half a bar. So somewhere in the middle. Right, hole 9. What are we on for here? This will be a par 5, so we're on for 15. Which doesn't feel great, to be honest. What did we get? 1, 3, no, 1, 2, and 4. So I think par is going to be 13, but we'll see. Right, so which hole is this? It's the APOC hole. And we'll try to get away with a sniper for the second shot. So 0% on the drive, for me at least. All the right and all the top. What's up, Sean? How you doing, brother? Right, 7-2, 5-1. So it's obviously not max distance. Play it mid. Where shall we start? We do want to get down there, so we'll go 4.5. Don't know how much curl we need either. The wind is that way. I feel like we might have shorted ourselves on the distance here. Yeah, that needs to be further up. So, don't be frightened to start higher up, would be the advice. Curl felt okay though, so what was that about? Just past the outside of the circle wall, something like that. Is Expert and Pro about the same in the tournament? Well, obviously, same tees, Robert. Just stronger wins, really, in Expert. I haven't seen the Pro wins this time, so I'm not sure what they're like. But these Expert wins aren't too bad. So the biggest difference is you probably find you're going to be using Kingmakers on most holes in Expert. A lot of your adjustments might end up being 2 pull adjustments, if you know what I mean. So, see, we need to be further because that wind's in our face. Let's see what we can do. That's 4.5 rings of overpower. So it'll probably be more sensible to use topspin. What's that now? 2.5, nearly 3. Nearly 3. This is a shot that will miss a lot this week. You'll get sick of the sight of that skipping by. A lot closer than that, but that'll scuttle on by either side of the hole. So the drive needs to be a lot further to the end of this fairway if you want to use the sniper without having to overpower it. Oh, several photographers. Sai, Kat. I think Danny's a photographer as well, isn't he? Danny Spring. I used to dabble in it before my life got so hectic with all the children. But I've still got the gear, so one day we'll go back to it. So in that goes for a 15, an unintentional qualifying score, but we'll take it. A nice sighter on a couple of the holes. Need to make sure we use the Goliath on that hole 6. But not bad for the first look. So we'll maybe do one of the more baby expert accounts now, just to see what it's like with lesser clubs. Don't think it's going to make a huge difference, but you do need to get your drive away, because that's what happens if you don't. You can easily end up with a birdie, and you don't want to do that. So, one down, several to go. Thanks, Kat. Cheers, Terry. Right, so what do we get? 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, and 4 basically. That was it, wasn't it? Nae bad, nae bad. But it is one of those tournaments where you kind of have to make the first hole again, which I never like, because come weekend round, if you don't make that first hole, you're kind of out of it already. So they seem to be doing that a lot lately, the little tinkers, but it is what it is. So let's see what's in here. Nothing of interest. New ball, of course. Everyone's seen the new ball? A Zerka with a bit more side spin. I think that Anubis ball was the same stats. Quite like the look of it, but will not be buying any. Not something I need on any of my accounts. So, what have we got? We can do, what can we do? We could do Rusty, which is this one. Actually, we probably should have done Ruby, because that's only got a Thor's 4. I think this has got a Thor's 5. Next ball will be called Aurora Ball 522. Win 5, spin 2, power 2. Interesting. I would love a power. I would love a win 5 power 0 ball, but I think we've all been saying that for a while now, so maybe it'll never come again. Who knows? So these clubs aren't really that much worse. Should we do the other one? This seems a bit, not pointless, but in terms of teaching or education. Right, I do hope this stayed in expert. I don't know if it did. Couple of problems about the new ball. The game gave a cheater message to the first folks who used the new ball. Really? Wow. See a few tickets going in about that then. Good old PD. They always get something wrong, bless them. It's fine now, is it? Okay. Yeah. Don't accuse people who actually line your pockets of cheating. Very true. No worries, Steve. That's the same stream you started last night, right? When I was going to bed at 4:30 in the morning. So what's that been? Just the 8 hours? Forfeited out some people's tourney holes. Ooh. Well, I suppose they've got 2 more chances, but I can see them all bitching on to chat about wanting free this and free that and compensation. So, and rightly so. Right. So this one has. There we go. This is what we want. Something. Thor's 4, Sniper 8, which will make a difference. Quarterback 8, Extra Mile 7. Really, this is a pro count, but we'll try. We'll try some expert. Excuse me. Right. So this will only be the second tournament in expert for this. Can we afford this? Yeah, we can. Of course we can. Anybody started well? Nobody started. So, back to the top of the notes. This is why I sometimes end up with 2 sets of notes, because these probably won't work. So hole 1 we're going to have to think about straight away, because we haven't got much topspin. Might have to be the extra mile, which has 5 topspin. Actually, they're probably on a par. It's only, 5 yards difference? Half a bar topspin. We'll go extra mile. Most people have extra mile, don't they? And we'll definitely need a berserker for this. I fancy. Let's just get this sorted first. So this is Ruby. This will need some overpower, I'd imagine. No worries, Kat. Thank you for coming. Always a pleasure to see you, madam. And enjoy your evening. Have a cocktail for me. So, expectations on this one, I'd probably take a 13, sorry. Sniper 8 makes a bit of a difference in expert, only having Sniper 8. Were there any other drives where we were trying to overpower? There's no APOC of any description here, so hole 9 will be interesting. We might have to try the other way on hole 9 actually. Or we could use a quarterback with a power ball. We'll see. Right, what have we got? 11-3, wow, 6-8. So on an extra mile 7 it's all of everything. And it's at least 3.5 rings. That's just ugly. I'll push it to max. Push it to max and use a touch of overpower just to see. She's across. She's across. So it can be done without too much OP. But that adjustment's horrible. Down into that little canyon ravine thing. Not easy. You'll be fine, Cat. Don't be silly. But best of luck to you. Hope you get all the drops. Repitaph, welcome, sir. The latest streaming sensation. I believe. I haven't caught you live yet, but I've heard the name mentioned several times now, so I shall look to rectify that soon. Cheers, Drew. So, should be straightforward from here. Even with an Endbringer 4. Check the bounce. Oh, that massive great left. But you've got to love the Endbringer. Even in level 4. Right, let's make a brew, because this one's gone cold. You need your nails cut, Milo. Little tap dancer. So if you do play right here, then consider rough bumping from about here. Oh, don't disconnect me. Somewhere in there should leave you a nice rough bump. You might be pulling into this bunker though, so just be careful if you don't decide to go for the green. Big John, welcome, sir. Nice to see you. Thank you for the good luck. Hope you and Sandy are doing well. Right, so extra mile 7 doesn't seem to be an issue for the first hole. And a gold chest for our trouble. Lovely. Right, 2 is, or was, Thor's Hammer and Kingmaker. I still can't remember what the holes are. It's only Monday though. Alright, okay. So we should be okay with a Thor's Hammer here. Actually, let's just have both bags though. Right, so bag 2 will be the Thor's bag. Let's get rid of that B52, or should we? We're not really using loads of topspin on a Goliath. Maybe we should keep that in for hole 6. I think we will. So bag 1, bag 2. We'll need a QB bag. Let's just do that on all of them. So we'll try and use the Thor 4. We might switch. Saying that, Thor's 4 and Extra Mile 7 are pretty much the same club when you think about the topspin, accounting for the wee bit of less distance. Working and lurking, Drew. Working and lurking. A deadly combination. Right, let's see if we can drop this again. Although sniper rate's going to be 6 yards shorter. So we might look to get the drive a wee bit further for this account. But then that's harder because it's got less advanced drivers. It's all just a merry-go-round of uncertainty. Christian, welcome to you, sir. Nice to see you. There's John as well. Morning, John. Or afternoon for me now, just. Scott Moore, welcome. Morning to you, buddy. Thank you all for the good luck. Much appreciated. Anyone played yet? Never asked, did I? Anyone had a blast? Maybe qualified accidentally or intentionally, who knows? Not everybody uses Monday to practice. Right, so let's get this changed. Plus 10 for the drive. Excuse me. 14 under on expert. Nice, Jay. Solid. Very solid. Yeah, someone's just mentioned that, Scott. I think something about it saying people were cheating when they used it. All very strange. I believe it's sorted now though, but don't take my word for it. I haven't bought any, so I wouldn't know. You played your baby rookie, messed up 9, but a 12 under is good enough for the bracket. Excellent. Well, it's only qualifying. plenty of time to right that wrong, Christian, which I'm sure you will. Right, so are we sticking with this or are we switching? Should be okay. 8-3, what's that? 5-4. We'll use that same tiny bit of left curl. Ooh, great right. It could be expensive. Not a hole you want a great right on. But it seems idiot proof. At least great right idiot proof. Great left was probably trouble. But my miss is a great right, so know your miss, own your miss, set up for your miss. We didn't go that far, did it? So let's see what the sniper looks like from here. So I think we played 15 on the front, on the first account. Not sure what you're going to do yet. The kid has a softball tournament out of state at the weekend. Ooh. Not sure if you can play. Always tricky when you don't know what your weekend plans are going to be. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing this weekend. Theoretically, it should be a busy weekend because it's the last one before I go back to work, but I'll certainly be putting 5 through. I was toying with the idea of playing my the newest rookie account, the one where I tried to unlock the APOC but failed. Did get a Thor's hammer though, so we'll see. Kunor, welcome. Yes, we're going to have a crack at Masters with Weasel, possibly even later today on stream. So let's get a number first. 8698. So we played no spin earlier, but I fancy this is going to be needing a little bit. 1 and 1 maybe. So that's left of the cup. I'm going to go just under 10 rings. Which will possibly take us into the trees. At least we hit perfect. Short, I fancy. Yes, very short. So no spin worked well for a sniper 10. One top was nowhere near enough on a sniper 8. Have to look at that again and see what's going on. Yes, absolutely, Christian. I know the feeling. You've got to get some through, otherwise you end up with a backlog. Rookie today, pro tomorrow, and Wednesday is backup. It sounds like a good plan. So, hopefully not an overpower putt. Actually, it is a wee bit overpowered. And we've grated it, so that could miss. Just soft enough to creep in. Don't do what I just did. Don't leave yourself that short, no matter what clubs you're using. Braveheart, welcome. Thank you for the good luck and the congratulations. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Yes, Terry, plus 15. That's what I played the first account at as well. As I said though, not because it is 15, just because of the pretty hefty side wind. Excuse me. Probably shouldn't be forfeiting this account, but never mind. Right, 3. So this is where we'll start running into issues because how much backspin's this got? 6-2. We'll try it. We need to know, don't we? So I fancy it's not enough though, unless we try a different shot. But we'll try the same shot and see what happens. So what did we say? We're going to go plus 20 max, even though it's nowhere near max distance of the club. Is what we agreed on the first account. Could Guardian it, yeah. Just no ball guide with that, is there? So we'll try an 8. We'll try a sniper 8. We need to know, don't we? No, I'd rather find out today. It's actually not far off a sniper 9. I think it's only 25 cards short. It has been for a long, long time. It's like they know the significance of that upgrade and they just keep it back from you. But that's true, Si, actually. You are right with that. It does just need to be lined up with a hole. A very fair point, sir. Well, let's try this time, and then if we have to play this again, 9-2. It just doesn't feel like enough. It just isn't enough, is it? If we got a club, no, we haven't. We'll have to stick with it. We're stuck with it now. Right, let's do something before we time out. Oh dear. I was thinking about, shall I underpower it or not? And then I ended up doing that. It'll be a birdie. It'll be a birdie. But yes, I think you could be right, Si. I think if you've only got a sniper 8, then Guardian is the play. Unless you fancy some kind of exotic rough bump. This might not be a bad rough bump here, given the wind direction. Because you're going to pull roughly parallel with that rough. If you're feeling bold. But to be honest, there's no really need for that. If you've got a sniper 9 or a sniper 10, this will be dialable for sure. So let's see what he's done. Has he used all the backspin? Why is he using... Is that a power ball? What on earth? This is one of the most inefficient uses of a special ball I've ever seen. Well, he didn't get a forfeit for cheating, so that's bizarre though. Why would you choose to use that? Absolute lunacy. But each to their own. Who am I to say? He paid for them. He could do what he wants with them. Or she. Something like 2 or 3 off the max topspin. Yeah, he had a power 5 ball on. Crackers. Yeah, I think you probably want about 7.5 backspin. So I don't know what well, Guardian has all the backspin, doesn't it? So I'd play about 7.5. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Not topspin. Well, I'm going to play this shootout. Because he didn't seem to set up at all there. It's coming quite nicely though. Right. Have we got the Thors on? No. It's about 9 rings. About 9. Just over. A wee smidge of overpower. because backspin and a headwinds usually don't mix very well. What's up, Noah? Nice to see you. Thank you for the good luck. Same to you. Good enough to win, though. So yeah, we won't play all the shootouts, but I would like Ruby to have a few chests to open, so apologies for that. Right, 4 is going to be another crack at this rough bump. But I'm pretty sure we don't have a grizzly here. A grizzly 6. Not really spot for choice in the the long iron department. I think we'll go with a B52. And we'll try a Thor's hammer. See what we can do. Any ideas for easy drops on any of these holes yet? Well, one's just about getting across, really, isn't it? So it is what it is. 2 we dropped on the first account, Jay. I don't know if you were here then, but that seemed fairly straightforward. A safe drive and a no-spin sniper got us in the cup. I think the other par 3s will be dialable. I guess we'll have to see. I guess not yet is probably the answer to your question, but hopefully by the end of today, once we've had 4 accounts through Expert, we'll be a bit closer. Right, 7852 max. I'm just going to use all of it. Don't really want to pull into overpower though. So what's that? Red ring by the rough +8. 5-2. Wee bit of counter curl and a tiny bit of overpower. Just want to keep it away from that rough on the right. That looks okay. So how far? 336. 336. Yeah, I hope so, Jay. Hope so. Nice to have to work at them though, isn't it, Christian? Nice when they don't just hand it to you on a plate and everybody's shooting -36s. There's Matt. 14 under. Very nice. Managed to catch a little bit of Matt's stream this morning. Always a treat. Right, so 7-5. So I'm just putting the crosshair where min is so I can work it out. It's probably just under mid. Ish. Does seem a little bit glitchy. So we'll go 5 instead of 5-2. And a great left this time. I think we hit a great right in the front. I keep saying the front nine, the first account. But no dice this time. Never mind. But I think that's probably the way I'm going to play that hole. I don't really like this way. Although let's see what he can do. He's going for the dunk, is he? Or the backspin. Right. Actually, max backspin and a bit more right spin would have your ball guide pretty much with the wind. Maybe we will try that way on one of the other accounts just for some variety, just to see, even if it's just to rule it out. Always good to rule stuff out as well as in. Just helps you visualise it, doesn't it, Jay, really? May as well make use of that little cheater's crosshair that I've got on the screen. Helps me better estimate anyway. But as I say, by the time we get to opening and weekend, we'll hopefully have some yardage notes, so we already know what we're shooting for in terms of club distance. Excuse me. Why am I not seeing any of these people set up? Still, at least they're playing fast. So we'll have a little crack at this. Why not? 8-1, 4-3. Of course we've got no ball guide, have we? It's usually about there. I think. Not bad. Not bad for no ball guide. Easier with a quarterback. Or a rock. Don't underestimate the rock these days. Last tournament you felt more relief than excitement when you wiggled a hole. The relief was palpable, I can imagine. Right, 5 is... What is 5? Par 3. We should be able to play this with the Sniper 8. It should be no problem. We're going 40. Mid plus 40. It might be a bit past mid on this club, actually. Actually, we go mid plus 45, just to make up for the difference in club distance. Right, so that will give us 10 and a half. I want to be further left this time. 4.5 back seems nice, but I want to use more left spin. Keep it well out the way of that bunker. Try there. So what's that? White ring half into the bunker. 11-6. So this looks like it's going to be another hole where, like last time, you might get slight fluctuations in the wind in terms of right or left with the tail. Oh, jeez, I was wet. That's tragically bad. Well, clearly a bad adjustment, because that was not where we were aiming. On that shooter hole you tried what Tommy did, quarterback, a complete min. Yes, we tried that on the front on the first account, so so you used half a bar, did you? I used a whole bar of backspin, Jay, just to see, and it was too much. You hit great left and roll just left of the pin, so maybe, I think it's just over half a bar we need of backspin, but we shall see. We shall see. So we probably need to decide what we're doing with this account. I do like to put this one through on a Monday, just because of the clubs it has and the fact that things are always harder on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. Well, certainly a Wednesday. So what's that whole 5 we've just had? We've had a drop, so I guess we will put this through as well. Despite this being labelled as a hack, we might end up putting 2 accounts through. We'll have to hack the third one, make sure we make a cock up of hole 1 or something. Right, so what's 6 going to be? Right, we need to change to the Goliath. Actually, no, we can use the B-52. Has the same distance. That's tournament wind, isn't it? Should we try the rough bump just to see? Just for a laugh. The main account's going Masters this time, so that won't be on this stream. It may be on a later stream today, possibly tonight actually, because I'd like to spend a bit more time seeing if there's any more Master content out there. I believe Zach often does not a Masters playthrough, but whole breakdowns using Epoch 5, which is what I've got, so let's try this rough bump, 9-1. Jesus. That's nearly at min. I'm going to play 10-8 though, because I did say this was... So that's 9-8. 10-8. Oh, for God's sake. Whee! Right, well, I've had a go at it. No more this week, no more. Hey Chris, thanks for the good luck, sir. Thanks for coming. Lovely to see you. Right. Let's see about this rough bump on hole 6 then. Make sure we've got the right clubs this time. Another situation where it won't really matter which of those drivers we use, because they're pretty much the same in terms of end result. So let's use that one. And see where we can get to. That bump is typically sadness waiting to happen. Certainly with a great left it is. I've never tried it. I think it was Danny that mentioned it to me. Danny Spring. We all know Danny loves a rough bump, but I won't be trying that one again. So with a low level driver, just use max and max, I think. Make it great proof. 8-1. 5-3. A little bit of left curl, just to counter the wind more than anything. So that's a better rollout. You can get a bit of a glitchy roll there if you catch the downslope, but 374, let's write that down. Fancy that'll be an 80% B-52 or Goliath, depending on what you use. Played at 0% for me. Were they duking it out for a while, were they? Slickshot Steve and Pete. Neither of them like to lose. Always a good time. Hey Phil, how you doing? Did I miss your arrival? I apologise if I did. I did miss it. How rude of me. Sorry, Phil. Nice to see you, sir. I have to check if I've missed anyone else now. Don't think I have. Right, 7-2. Let's have a look. That's maybe mid. Should we try mid? Not going to use any spin. 4.5. I can't hit this club great. Perfect, sorry. It's a mental thing. Anytime I use the B52, I always hit great. 60% you think, Jay? Yeah. It was probably around that. Probably around that. But we'll get that dialed in, I'm sure. No worries, Christian. Enjoy the stream. Everyone, make sure you're subbed to Christian's channel if you're not already. The Toasted Golf Clash, I think, is the name of the stream. And some excellent content you'll find there. So, please make sure you're subbed to Christian's channel. It sounds like he's going to go on soon, so you want to catch some rookie. I think he said he was doing rookie today. And make yourself comfortable over there. Oh, this looks good. Well done. So I didn't see what he did, where he was, or what he used, but very nice. Drive and dunk shootouts, were they? Is that what they were doing? Little tinkers. Victor, there you are. I need your details to get you added to the Hairy Sparring web chat. I keep saying web chat. Messenger chat. Send me a private message on Messenger, Victor, so that I know which account's yours and I can get you added. Because despite your name being, well, I think it's not that common. There's loads of Victor Fonseca Nunez accounts on Facebook for some reason. But lovely to see you. Right, 7 is this one. So, do we even have an APOC? No. So, we do want some curl. The wind is helping, so we could do that. Pains me to use the extra mile, but oh, what's the rock got? Hasn't got much topspin. If it just had more topspin, that would be ideal. Which one? Which one? It's going to have to be the extra mile, I think. Yeah, extra mile it is. Not through preference, through necessity. Thank you, Terry. There's Christian's link, everyone, if you're not aware of it. Yeah, when are you going to be on, Chris? Feels like a long time since we've seen you. Coffee needs to counteract last night first. Fair enough. Fair enough. Right, we'll go all of it and all of it. I think. We want to land about there. So what's that? 2 rings. 2 rings to claim back after we've pulled 4-9. Going downhill a lot there as well, actually, so it still needs a wee touch of overpower. Always a relief to hit perfect with the extra mile. So you can see the difference. The epoch was all the way up there, near the ruff, thanks to its wonderful curl. But that'll work. 377. Let's see what thorn that leaves us. Power hook the Thor. Yeah, that was an option actually. Should have thought about that, Jeremy. Although I do like to stay away from them if I can. Thomas Williams, welcome. Thank you for the good luck, sir. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Terry. Swiftly dealt with. He did 2 or 3 top spin, 1 right spin with a grizzly. Oh, so he did use a grizzly. So we accidentally had a grizzly on the first account, which if we'd got a bit further would have been not a bad thing necessarily, but that's mint. That's max. So call that 75% ish. Where's the ball guide? So that'll be 3.5 rings, won't it? Is that the right thing if I put that in? Yeah. I missed the ball guide of the Thor in 8. Or even 7. Oh no, 7's not a good one. 8's a better one. A chatty opponent. Love it. Love it. Ooh, the Death Note 2.0 challenge. That's the same one Jaime did. Well, look forward to that. Let us know when it's going to happen, Chris, so we can publicise it. In fact, let me contact you after the stream. I've got a very good idea of where that could be handy. Get in. No. Close. Close. So we're now qualifying. It's official. Well, we're going to try to anyway. Hopefully we do. You have a funny feeling we're going to kill this tournament. Well, we'll see, Terry. No excuse. Got the week off, so aside from regular home and dad duties, which take up most of my day from about 4 p.m. onwards till 10. But yeah, other than that, no excuse. Plenty of time to research and dial stuff in. But yeah, Chris, I have a very, very good idea. Was that in reference to the week tourney week? Don't know what you mean. You've lost me. Right. Let's not play this, shall we? It's not really tournament wins, so good luck to James. Yes, Chris. Yes, it is. I think you know what I'm talking about, so that's good. But I think that would be a very good inclusion into the proposed activities that you're describing, or I think you're describing. We might be talking at completely cross purposes here, but I'll message you after the stream. Right, which one's this? This is this one. We should. What's the difference between a quarterback 10 and a quarterback 8? Let me just check. I'm not sure what the distance difference is, and I'd like to know because we're at min, aren't we? So it'll make no difference at all. What am I talking about? Utter nonsense is what I'm talking. But let's see anyway now that we're here. It's a 4-yard difference for those that care. So the quarterback play should be on here. And we're going to try 0.7 spin this time. .7 spin. That's the plan, anyone. Okie doke, Scott. Nice to see you, sir. Thank you for coming. Have yourself a fantastic day. Pardon me, how rude. Secret squirrel code. I think all will be revealed very soon, Si. Hopefully something for you all to be a little bit excited about. And hopefully happening, I guess, probably starting a week today. But we'll see. Slickshot Steve's in charge, so look out for posts by him in the usual places. Bit of Morse code there. I can't read Morse code, Chris. Can barely speak English. Right. Where's the notes for this? All the right, and we're going to go 0.7 back. At min distance of the quarterback. In hindsight, I shouldn't have had the B52 on. Because that's going to be... It's going to be harder to find the min line when you've got a 135-yard long iron. Oh no, it's a wood club I need to worry about. It's a sniper. No, it should be fine. Sniper 8. The only bit you know is ass. Chipmunk code. There we go. Right, let's have a look at this then. All the right and 0.7 back. Very specific. Which I believe is what that is. Ooh. Right there. Don't like the look of that, but never mind. We're here now, so let's go with it. 6, 9. So it kind of is 1 to 1 minus 1. Go for 2 passes. To try and get the perfect. Because you can't really tell if you don't get perfect how good or bad the adjustment was. So that crept by what? Half a cup to the right. So, either, what do we pull? 6, 9. We could switch that up to play minus 10% max, which would have given us 6, 7. Or we could just take 0.1 off the number we had. But that's not too far away. Not too far away. We'll hopefully get that one dialed in. No doubt there'll be other shots though. There'll be rough bumps aplenty, with wind balls and all sorts of stuff. I seem to remember Neo playing that hole, landing in the middle of that fairway, middle right-ish. There seemed to be a bit of a funnel. Don't really want to play this. Good luck to high step up. Right, hole 9. Last one for the baby account. Caddy's favourite hole, is it? I think there must be a joke there somewhere. A joke I'm not aware of. Right, so we're going to struggle here. What's the plan? What's the plan, everyone? We haven't got an APOC, so that's not an option. I fancy that the extra mile won't have enough curl and the quarterback won't have enough power. Have we got any balls to use here? No, because we don't spend money on this account. So, what's that? Which way is the wind? In our face a bit. That was your first ever hole in one in that hole, was it? Here we go, Jay. You always remember those ones. Go Zerk. Do you reckon? That wind's going to be huge then, though. Probably even itself out. Wind 1 power 5 versus wind 2 power 4. But I've got more side spin with this, you see. What else? What's this? No, no good. I'll tell you what, we're not going to reach with a sniper 8, so let's think about that now. What's the hammerhead? Cannot use the big sloppy. Might be a guardian, actually. Sorry for procrastinating on stream like this. Let's go hammerhead. Let's go quarterback. Let's go Zerk. Actually, we might get away with a sniper if we're using a berserker. Right, decision made. Cat or big dog? Yeah. I think hammerhead might have been the choice. In fact, I'm going to change. Gives me an extra 4 yards and a decent-ish ball guide. That gives me another 4 yards, but no top spin. So let's take the guardian. Total indecision. Until hammerhead 7, it's not worth it. Okay. Well, this is definitely not a hammerhead 7. So we're going to take the guardian and hope that we get the drive far enough. Otherwise, we'll know that we should just be looking for a safe eagle, which is really what we should be doing, but who cares? Right, so quarterback 8. Dearie me. So we're going to have a wind way above 10. Oh no, we're not. That's lucky. Right, let's try and think about this. Carl's going to take us down. So we'll go there. Plus 22, red ring against the rough. We will need just over 3 rings of overpower. And a great right. That could be too much curl as well. Get lucky. Get lucky. Ooh, you turd. Without the great right. Not horrible. But good to know. Yeah, less curl. Full overpower, I don't think it needed full overpower. But with less curl, maybe it could have, yeah. Never full curl. He went 5 top with an Apox 6 drive and was still left with a full overpower sniper shot using a Kingmaker, yeah. How far down the fairway did you get, Jay? Were you quite... I guess you can't have been towards the end, because I think towards the end you don't have overpower on the sniper. Depending on whichever sniper you're using, of course. Oh, and he's not going to save us. They never save you, do they? They never save you. So, in hindsight, we should have packed. So, we're not even in the rough, we're in the sand. Wretched. 7-4. Is it even worth it? Probably not. No, I'm going to try for the. Where do we want to be? About there. Oh, for God's sake. Could have bet my house on the fact that this battery was under 40%. Idiot. So, totally butchered this hole. But that's okay. At least we know what not to do next time. It was almost full, but 3.5 OP and use 60. Never fill or even technical drive unless you slice it in the rough iron. Okie doke. Thank you, sir. Bear that in mind. Apparently so, Dale. Apparently so. We've had a few people use these balls against us, and they've all been okay. Right, from the rough then. From the rough. What a terrible end to what was not a bad wee round for the baby expert. Where are we at? Yeah, not pretty. 4-9, I've got about 3.5. Actually. No. So that's poor. A poor finish, but what can we do? What's up, Tommy? Nice to see you, sir. Excellent video this morning. I was furiously taking notes as you played Master. Trying to work out what a Thor 7 or an Apoc 5 would do in the same situation. But I got some good notes, so I appreciate that, as always. Yeah, I think on the bigger accounts where we can get the APOC further down there, I think Sniper's okay. This is a different kettle of fish, this account though. I do like the quarterback off the tee, but like you've said, doesn't need all the curl and probably needs a wee touch more overpower. I like the land. I like the starting spot though. Starting spot seemed okay. Yeah, I'm going to give it a blast, Chris. I've been thinking about it for a wee while, so this is probably as good a time as any, in the sense that it doesn't matter if I don't even make it through qualifying or opening, because none of my clans are pushing this season, so aside from a slightly bruised ego, it will do no harm. And I want to see what it's like, so I'm not interested in this. Not interested in that. So what do we get? 12. One worse than par, but it'll probably go through today, being Monday and everything. So what do we get? We got 1. Got 1 and screwed up 9. I think that was it really. Not a lot to write home about, but with those clubs I will take it. It probably will qualify. We'll check back on it later. Right, what should we do? Let's pop this chest first. Shall we go for... What did we do already? We did Milo. Right, do you want to do a Thor's Hammer 5 account, or do you want to do a Thor's Hammer 6 and APOC 5 account? You can decide. I'm indifferent. While you decide, I'm going to plug this in and flick the kettle on. Still no sniper cards, no. What's in the shop? Not snipers. How many short were we? Let's see. Oh, it's miles short. That's the other account that's waiting on Sniper 10. But that one's not far away. APOC 6. I haven't got an APOC 6 account. Little tinker. Let's play Golden Ferret though. That's the better of the two, I suppose. That ball is better than a Zerk for the side spin, actually. Might be a ball to buy 5 of for that account that we just played, or 10 of. But I don't spend money on that account, so I will not be treading the slippery slope. You're going for it as well, Chris. Excellent. Oh, that's good stuff. You tried Nordic as your first master. It was a bad idea, Jay. Oh dear. Oh dear. Not good. Yeah, well, I'm going to have a try today and see what happens. I'm led to believe it's easier, a lot easier to qualify on a Monday in Masters. But we'll see. Right, what we're going to do on this one. Let's get the back of these notes up the top. So we need a Thor bag, we need a APOC bag, we need a QB bag. Which we've got, so. No, we didn't make it across. Why was that? Because it was too many rings to adjust. So we're going to get a wind around. I don't know, 9. So that'll be 6, 6 on that. 7, 8 on that. What is the difference? I'm going to use the APOC because the landing spot is higher up. Right, let's give this one a blast and see how we do. Trying to go Masters as well could use some good notes if you've got them. Well, I've got some notes. I don't know how good they are yet. They're more of thoughts than notes just now, but we'll see what we can do. I was talking about putting this one in Masters as well, but just so I had 2 goes at it, but I think one's enough for now. 16 cards away from APOC 7. Nice. Yeah, so we've got Thor's Hammer 6 and we've got APOC 5 on this one. Here we go. So how much top spin? Lots. 6 top, max right. I am wondering if a Titan's going to be better here. Well, he's got a Titan, so let's see what he does. 10-4 with a Titan. That means we're getting 11, 12 nearly. It's going to be 10 rings. Not good. Yeah, 5's just not quite there, is it? That's what a lot of people seem to say. You should have an APOC 6. You don't have to have it, but it seems to be the common advice. Right, so that's going to be short. And if you're going to be short, I think I'd rather be in the sand, if I'm being honest. Right, come on then. 11-6, just the 10 rings then. All in all, on these APOC 5s, what's that about? Just under 2 rings. Let's try not to go in the canyon. I'm going to push up. And use a smidge of overpower. So I think I pushed up about 3 rings, but I could be wrong. Oh god, this is long. Missed that fairway. Stop. So a bit too keen on the push-up, I fancy. Or just don't use that wee bit of overpower. But not bad. Not bad. See what we can do. I just played it a ring earlier, Chris. On the first account we went in the sand. Like plumb in the middle of it, just short of the green. And I just went a ring. So I've no idea what elevation or percentage of club it was, but it was barely outside the right edge, to be honest. So, oh, that's frustrating. When you're on line and short, there's nothing worse. Right, shouldn't need that from here. How could it miss? How could it miss? Great left. That might make it miss. Finally one we can forfeit though, at least. Now we can have a proper hack. It's looking good, Ian, and welcome along, sir. You've got a chubby arm. Filthy animal. So, at least we can have a proper hack now. The first two we've had to qualify, so let's get out of this and into the replay pot. And then we'll start having a lash. Shaping up nicely, Ian. Some decent wins. Nothing too taxing. Must make one, drive the green. This we dropped on the first account for Alba. So we'll try and do that again. Let's go back to the Thors though. And a Kingmaker. A trusted Kingmaker. Let's just open this so it stops popping up all the time. It's bloody annoying. So 10%. Whatever driver you like. All the left, 3.5 to 4ish top. We shot 15 under on the Milo account, first one out the gate. Dropped hole 1, hole 2 and hole 4 for the extras. Although one's not really an extra, to be honest. Did we drop another one as well? I can't remember. Can't you remember? And that one was the baby expert, and that got a -12 after we botched up hole 9. We ended up using a QB 8 and a berserker to try and get down the right side of 9, but 'Twas not pretty. No, I don't use the arrow. I know many do, and many swear by it, but not for me. Not for my simple brain. Too hard to comprehend. Right. Easy on the top spin. 7, 7, 5, 1. 3.5. To make you laugh. Right. Smallest of great lefts. Let's hope that doesn't cost us. Very nearly did. So this is roughly where we were when we dropped it. So when we dropped it, we played 15% and no spin. So let's see if we can do that again. DJ Jakob, welcome. Thank you for the good luck. There's the man. How we doing, Sean? I'm going to guess you're talking to Ian there. Not me. Someone remind me to forfeit when I miss. If I miss. Oh no, Chris, that's not good. Is it plugged in? Call the IT hotline. They'll tell you to try a power cycle. That's what we call it in the trade. A power cycle. Turn it off and on. Although if it won't turn on, you can't turn it off. Right, let's see about this then. Maybe we're a tad shorter. I'm going to stick with no spin though. 9-2. No, you got to push this one, Tony, you idiot. Don't worry about that ball guide. It did that last time. Well, this will test it. Short. I'm going to have to go back on the first account and see how far the drive went. Because that needed about half a bar of topspin from whatever distance that was. Forfeit, thank you. Thank you. Well done, Drew. Well done. Glad someone's awake. Why am I going to say good luck? It's a replay. No bueno. Oh dear. Forfeit. Thank you. Right, 3 is the first of the par 3s. So let's try this sniper. All the backspin. 20% max. At the hole. So you are nowhere near max club here, but we played mid plus 20 on the first account. 'Twas not enough. Overloaded the surge protector. There we go then. You found the culprit. 7794. 94. Plumb in the middle, and we'll go from there, see what happens. Might end up needing to tweak this a bit. But at least it's a perfect, so we get a look at it. So it's missing left, which is fine. So, the last time we had this, I seem to remember we did some sort of setup like we did there, and then just at the last minute add a bar of right spin. So maybe that's what I'll try. This was Golden Shot last time it was featured in a tournament, Quentin. You're absolutely right. And it was an absolute piece of piss. It was raining hole-in-ones, thanks to Tommy's guide. So yeah, maybe this needs to be the whole set it up, do everything, then just tweak it with a bar of right spin at the end. Because the distance was right. So max plus 20 is bob on, I fancy. We missed quite a lot to the left as well, so have I got any accounts left? Yes, I've got one more I can try it on, so. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Thank you, DJ Jakob. Deary me. Deary me. Yes, thank you, Drew. I nearly did forget. Ryro, what have we got? I took a look at the Albion 2 in the first one. It looks like you went 10 rings instead of 10 and a half. Aha. And that dropped. So max plus 10. Okay, that's good to know. I shall have a look at that as well. So there we go. When it dropped, it was 10%, not 15. Thank you for that, Ryro. Most helpful and good to know. Right, 4 is... Which one's 4? That still doesn't help me. Oh, it's the... Well, we've played the rough bump and made it with a great left. So let's try... Should we try right side? Or should we just persist with this rough bump? I'm going to put the Grizzly in. We'll persist with the rough bump. It's probably how I'm going to end up playing it, because I don't like the right side at all. So let's give it a go again. And what do we do? 10%. Oh no, that's the wrong club. Is it? I only got a Grizzly 7. On the right bag. Yep. We might have to pop into Milo's bag once we've hit the drive. About 6 hours time for a couple of accounts from Mr. Ballinger. There we go. You heard it here first. And he will be hacking. He loves a Monday hack, does Ian? It's one of them, isn't it? With hole 1 being the hole it is. If you make it, you kind of feel obliged to carry on. And if you don't make it, you can forfeit out straight away. Because it's a must drop, is hole 1. Well, that was ambitious. He's out though. Out with an Avi. Go on, my son. 7-5. 5 rings. Now, I don't want to be adjusted to overpower, so let's find something. Should we go 1 red ring? And 3 right, and whatever that is. That's too much. Sloppy ring play is the downfall. A little bit of left curl. And a great left, just to be absolutely sure we don't go on the right rough. Might bring the left rough into play. No, it's okay. That's nowhere near where we were earlier though, so it's going to be interesting trying to get a drive that is consistent. Might see what the rock's looking like off that tee actually. Although saying that, oh no, the rock has got distance now, hasn't it? It's about 232. 2 public hacks, a member-only hack, and a playthrough is the plan. The man with the plan. So there you go. If you want to be part of the member-only hack, head over to Ian's channel and sign up for a membership, which will gain you access to the people chat. Right, I'm too busy gassing. It is the wrong hub. I thought it was. 9-1, 10%. Let's call it mid, between friends. So yeah, this is nowhere near where we played it earlier, but whatevs. 9.5. Gosh, that music's annoying. Coming back. Touch. Perfect ball at least. Maybe didn't need to pull back that half ring. Interesting. Forfeit, thank you, Drew. Well played, that man. Then you can have a chubby on walking into work. What is it? All you gentlemen with your chubbies. Honestly, get a room. Bunch of perverts. Right, let's immediately go and fix that stupidity of having the wrong club in here. Ferret. 8. Thank you. No, no. Sausage fingers. Pressing the wrong buttons. Right, what are we on? 5? Par 3, is it? Yes. Sniper, Kingmaker, 40%. 4-0. Nothing wrong with a bit of sloppy ring play. A lot to be said for a little bit of sloppy. Not all the time, mind. Not all the time. That's just silly. Right, so we're going to go 40%. Maybe a win ball is what we need here for the latter stages of this tournament week, but I wouldn't choose to go over here where you're going to pull into the sand. That's just folly, I believe. Watch him get it in, though. Hey John, how we doing? Nice to see you. So yeah, I don't know why you would choose to adjust into that sand. We're going to tweak Tommy's shot, which he dropped, by the way, so if you want to see a hole-in-one, go and watch Mr. Lofberg's stream. Or Lofferberg, I always say that wrong. You're good. He's not talking to us, is he? But we're going to start slightly further right because I want to. So it's mid, is it mid? Yes, mid plus 40, 10.9. I'm going to go all of it in 4.5. We're going to have the white ring just into the sand. Where's the top of the white ring? By the top of the rough. That wind is far more across than it was before. 10.9. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was released 3 weeks late. So we'll learn nothing from this. Would have liked to see a perfect, but that's a shame. Forfeit. Forfeit. we're going to be in the local for a few, but your mate's build, so you're going to do some silent assassin in Ian's stream. Well, there we go, Kieran. Talk to the people, as Ian says. They will like that. That's what they like over there. And over here. A bit of chatter. Right, 6 is the... Yes, this one. So we definitely want to not have the grizzly list. Well, actually, if you know you can get far enough, take the grizzly, because we almost reached. But I'm going to try the B52. Not on this count, though. This bag. Is that the wrong club as well? I'll bet it is. Oh no, it's not. Right. So, simple enough drive. Might look into the hook for later in the week, but we'll see. As I said earlier, I don't really see the advantage of the hook because the rough bump with the long iron is as makeable, in my opinion, as the potential short iron you might get if the hook doesn't go wrong. Right, 7-4, 4-9, all of that and about 4 top. So with the Thor's 6, let's definitely make it great proof. And I'm going to use a touch of left and a great left as well. So let's hope that is great proof. Looks like it is. Right, so you can go more than 4. That's what we've learned. You could probably go 5 topspin there. But it doesn't really matter, just go the same distance each time, because I think Tommy went 354 and he had a max distance Goliath at 0, so we should have a max distance B52 at 0. First Alba you ever hit this one. There we go. Great memories. Was it the rough bump? I'm guessing it would have been. Just managed a minus 13 on pro on your baby account without really trying, and a par on 8. So a goose egg or a duck egg, and you weren't even trying, Kieran. Well, could be your week, sir. Well done. Rough bump indeed, yes. So, what do we say? Mid. Max. Yep, lovely. So that looks like a good number, 354, 355. Left edge, no spin. No elevation, 9 rings. Never hit this club perfect, ever. See? Fucking curse this club. Oh, that's annoying. I would like to see what perfect did. But that's fairly straightforward, that hole I would fancy. So that'll be my target. 355 is my target distance. 354, 355 is max 0%. Good. The beginnings of a dialed in shot. Although you will need to hit perfect. Forfeit, thank you. I had forgotten. It's a good job you're here, Drew. Perfect was missing right too. There we go then. So it made no difference. Right. This is the one where we want the APOC for the curl. I dare say you're going to see some people playing big old hooks on this hole, but Not I. No opponents, really. Lunchtime on Tournament Monday, and there's no opponents. 37% still, Jesus. Been playing on charge for an account and a half. We're still not above 40. Yeah, I was trying to aim left edge there, John. Shut up, you. You little tinker. You little troublemaker. That's what you are. 8, 5, 6, 7. Do we want all the top spin? All I've written down is usual shot. Nah, we'll go 5 top. I want to land there, so about a ring, maybe 2. 6, 7's about there. I don't know, that was probably about 70% of the curl. Could have used a bit more, but it doesn't really make any difference, to be honest. You'll be slicing this puppy long time. We can look forward to that in around 5 3/4 hours time. Right, he's not slicing either. You're going to make the green with a slice? Because if you're not, I don't see the advantage, to be honest. No move slice works, there we are. How are we setting that up, John? What club are we using? That's a lot of beans. I was going to say I fancy that's too much. Sand bump, lovely. Lucky bounce to get to the green. Epoch 5, okay. Shall have to look out for that. 8, 8, 3. What did we say this was about mid? No spin, you say? Probably just over mid. Should we go 3, 8? 3, 7. And perfect for a change. Too much, far too much. 8, 3. 3, 7 was at least 3 decimals too much. Interesting. Interesting. -5. I've always played at 0, but yeah, I've heard people do play that uphill. Maybe -10, says Ian. Well, what do we have? I've taken it out now. Too late. Too late to check. Right. Let's try this quarterback again. What did we do last time? We ended up being a smidgen right, so we're going to take off 0.1 from the adjustment. So QB +10, min numbers -0.1, all the right, 0.7 back. Red ring by the rough and the bunker on the left. First seen on Tommy's stream this morning. We've had 2 goes at it, both not horrible. So did I have phantom left curl on that? Well, there we go. There we go. Well, that was a perfect, so yeah, maybe, excuse me, maybe a minus number is needed. Or maybe we'll hook the drive so we have a wedge. But I'd rather have a thorn than a wedge, I think. For me. So there's a rough bump on the left side. I didn't see anything about what he did, but me and Kat were talking about that earlier, so that looks playable. This is working out to be basically 1 to 1 minus 1. But I'm going to take a bit off that. So instead of 7, 7, we'll go 7, 6. 7, 6. And a jumpy needle perfect. So that misses left. Interesting. I'll have to watch them two back and see what the difference was. But both were perfect balls. And both were adjusted. Only 1/10 of a ring difference. I think the wind was slightly different that time. Slightly different. More cross than headish. Forfeit, Tony. Right, 9. Epoch time. Should we try the sniper? Yeah. Why not? So I'm not playing anything on the drive. 0%. Now we started back here, but I'm going to be a bit bolder this time. Need some sort of reference though. White ring past the shadows. Finish at +8, okay. Sloppy, very sloppy. But it's got further, so that's better. Better than the first score, 364. My streaming plans this week are to stream today, tomorrow. Today I'm toying with either doing my master's my master's bow. I might stream that tonight after 10 p.m. UK time, but we'll see. But other than that, it'll be this sort of thing, sort of between 10, half 10 and 2 p.m. 10 in the morning and 2 p.m. British time. Although I have put 2 accounts through already, so I might not have much left to play. I might have to wheel out some rookies to play for a laugh. Am I rough bumping? No. Should I be? So he's gone that way, which is interesting. No, I wasn't going to rough bump. Ooh, I see what you mean now though. Maybe I will be if I can get a bit more mustard on that. No, I'm just going to play a little no spin affair. Without much offset at all. +2, so we'll go 7, 6, 1 to 1. Come on, man, for Christ's sake. Give it a chance at least, will you? So yeah, you get that drive down towards the end of the fairway. Sniper is fine. If you're not comfortable doing that, or if you haven't got clubs to do that, like I don't on the other account we played, then I would just take your eagle and run, which is what I should have done earlier. Especially since we were qualifying that account. That was just slapdash at best. But never mind. Yeah, it's an option. The rough bump is golden. If you've got a nice length on the drive, it may be on. Yeah. Might need a power 4 ball for it, possibly. Because even there, I think we'd have been pulling into overpower for the rough bump. So, that's it for now. 3 expert rounds, 115 under, an accidental qualified. Then the baby, which in hindsight I wish I'd forfeited out of, but I do like to get it through on a Monday. And then this one's obviously been a forfeit. So a bit of a hack, a bit of a not hack. Found some lines. Happy with it so far. Going to be some low scores. It's not a every shot's makeable, but every hole's makeable, but it's not a million miles away. Horizon's maybe not a bad shout, yeah. If you can hit perfect. So, as I say, I may possibly stream the Masters bout tonight. I'm undecided. I'm undecided whether I'm going to play Masters. I'm going to have another look. I'm going to see if anyone else has put any content out, which is probably unlikely. I'm going to see what we can do. Get posted in rainbows. Oh, well, maybe look at that Alba on hole 2. That might go up, but I'll need to check what the adjustments really were, because I thought I played 15, but obviously I played 10. So let's have a look. But there we go. Thank you for coming, everyone. Appreciate your support and attendance as always. Wish you all best of luck in your opening rounds. Qualifying rounds and opening rounds for that matter. So yeah, I'll no doubt see some or most of you in other people's streams, and I'll be back on tomorrow morning about 10 a.m. UK time, so that'll be 5 a.m. EST. So if you can see us then, we'll see you then. Otherwise, best of luck, take care, and we'll see you next time.